2024 AMC 8, Question 17. A chess king is said to attack all the squares one step away from it, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. For instance, a king on the center square of a 3 by 3 grid, like this picture, attacks all 8 other squares, as shown below. Suppose a white king and a black king are placed on different squares of a 3 by 3 grid so that they do not attack each other, which is the same as like they are not right next to each other, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. In how many ways can this be done? So this is a pretty challenging combinatory question or counting question, right? How many ways can you do something? And same as a few counting questions we discussed before. To do this kind of questions, you want to play a few runs to make sure you understand what's going on. So let's draw this board and give it a try. Remember, the key is the two kings cannot meet with each other. And here we have a white king and black king. This is a small thing, but be careful about it. If you switch their position, that is counted as a different solution, right? So there are two ways if you just switch black and white. All right, let's see, how many ways can you put it? I can put instead of drawing a king, I'm just going to use W and B for white king and black king. So I can put my W here. And looks like you have a lot of choices for B, right? You can put your B here, B here, B here, B here, or B here. Well, I can also put my W instead of at the corner, I can put it in the edge. In this case, you have a few less choices. Like it will be here, here, and here. And what else? You could keep moving this white king to different places, but you probably start to notice in the end they are all sort of similar because you cannot put the white king in the center. This is never going to work. So center doesn't work because you put it in the center, no matter where you put your black king, they're going to attack each other. And in that sense, you basically have two choices for the white king. Either the white king is at the corner, or your white king is not at the corner, but we can see on the edge. Or you can name it another way. For example, you can see it's in the middle of a row or in the middle of a column. And I just call it on the edge versus on the corner. And this just points to a very important problem-solving strategy for counting, that is casework. You will use this strategy in multiple questions for counting questions in the future. The idea is you look at a question, you try to classify different ways to solve this question, right? They are usually about counting how many ways can you do this, do that. You try to classify them into some cases. That's why it's called casework. For each case, you count it accordingly. And casework helps because, firstly, this helps you understand the question better in like, okay, here's the ways to do it. And the second thing is casework is comprehensive. As long as you don't miss any case, you wouldn't miss a solution when you do the manual counting. So let's continue on from here. First case is my white king is at the corner. And by the way, given that white king and black king are different, I can just see I focus on where is my white king. For black king, I just need to figure out how many ways to do it. Well, how many ways can we do it? Firstly, there are four corners to choose for your white king. So corner, you have four choices. And for each choice, and you can give it a try, you can put the white king either to the top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right. Either way you do it, you always have five choices for the black king. So black has five choices. So step one, you pick where do you put your white king, or which corner do you put your white king. Second step, you have five choices for the black king. So we have 20 cases or 20 solutions when your white king is at the corner. And similarly, if you put your white king on the edge, you have four edges to choose, or four sides, right? You can also call it sides, depending on your preference. But in this time, you don't have five choices for the black king. You only have three choices. So for the second case, you have 12 choices. The beauty of casework is cases will not overlap, which means in the end, you can add the cases up without worrying about double counting or anything, right? Because if the white king is at the corner, it cannot be on the edge. So add them up, you will get 20 plus 12 equal to 32. So the answer is E. And for this question, again, reviewing the idea of for a counting question which seems to be complex, play it first. Try a few easy cases, see how it works. Second key point for this question is casework, which is going to be very important for counting questions.